for today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Be careful when you're taking magnesium. Because magnesium can relax some people.
You messed yourself up today.
I did because I use myself as experiment. I will experiment on myself. It's like what happens if I do this or if I do that or whatever it is. And so it was a matter of looking and seeing magnesium. Okay, I don't usually take magnesium on a daily basis. And so I thought, well, let's see if this will help this. And so I have felt like sedated.
Yeah. Overly
sedated all day.
Yeah.
So apparently I was good on magnesium.
Found out the hard way.
I usually do. I don't know why that is.
Work smarter, not harder.
I know.
You know that, but you do the opposite.
Well, at the time that I do these things,
it's like, shit, I could have done this a whole different way.
Intentional malice. It really isn't. It's
towards yourself?
Right. It's not that I sit there and go, I'm going to do something really fucked up to myself. I'm going to make myself, basically incapacitated for the next couple of days. No, that is never the thought. It is always with the intention of, okay, maybe this will help if I do this or if I use this. Because people they need to be responsible using herbal remedies, supplements, vitamins, all those things, because it's just a different form of, if you want to call it, it's not a pharmaceutical, but they are medicines. And you have to sort of have some kind of basis of knowing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And so it wasn't that I took that much. I think I had like 350 milligrams.
Right. No, you didn't take that much.
So, it wasn't like I sit there and took a whole damn bottle of magnesium. That would be stupid, and that would be reckless, because that can screw you up.
Yeah, don't do that with melatonin gummies. I've learned a lesson on that.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said. He sat there and he ate a bottle of melatonin gummies.
It was not recent, though. This has been years, and I'm just looking at the bottle and I'm being like, I may not wake up. I may not wake up. The longest nap.
Instead of him just
and I had such a headache that morning.
Well, good, because pain can be a wonderful motivator, and it can help us remember, don't do the stupid again.
Was I in beauty school still at the time?
I don't know. God, I can't. You ask me I have had so much crammed into my brain and my spirit and my life experience in the past 10 years, almost 59 years, and you expect me to remember one specific incident? That is not how that works.
You say that about many incidents.
Yes. Because when someone is in a perpetual state of being overwhelmed, it's really difficult to get memories into that long-term memory.
Yeah.
Anyhow. And it's like a couple of different things to discuss on this cup. One of them, which I thought was, we'll get to that. The kid had shown me a video by, what is his name? It's Charlie. I don't know. What is it? Moist something.
Moist Critical, and I think his actual YouTube channel is like Penguin Zero or something like that. Yeah.
And he was talking about this TikTok trend, which some of this stuff, it freaks me out.
Well, yeah.
And where you had this person that was it was a rude human being.
Yeah.
Taking and recording these people. This one was in Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
And that if these people feel that they're being videoed and scrutinized as far as giving larger portions, that to me sounds like it's a form of terrorism. Or it's extortion.
It's definitely extortion.
And
exploitation.
Yeah. And to sit there and, dude there were problems with whoever was doing this. And those poor workers, and trying to endure this. And why aren't some of these businesses having signs put up that says no recording on these premises? Because it's not worth any kind of momentary advertising. They have a whole advertising department.
Those type of people would not abide by that rule anyway.
No, they wouldn't.
Abide by it.
But that was what, and then going through, and our legal system has not caught up with the technology. Because when you're out there and you've got random people that they're just, shoving a camera in somebody's face and then putting it on the internet.
Like he was shoving that camera right up dude's ass.
It doesn't matter. I believe I am I know
what do you
I
mean
am a
it
very
doesn't matter?
private
It does matter
person.
the fact that he shoved the camera so far in dude's face.
That was on that specific instance. I think that any time that somebody, and I think that YouTube does have this in their terms of service, that if you're showing other people, they are supposed to have given their consent to having their image shown.
Yeah. Yeah.
TikTok apparently does not have those same terms of service.
They're supposed to.
But you've got these people that they go out there like this individual who had gone, and those workers were terrified.
Yeah. Well, except for one.
Right. And it's like she spoke up, and then what happens? Dude shows his ass more.
Yeah, but if he's actually says anything, they'll beat his ass in court real fast.
Yeah, but the thing is, until then, these people have to deal with the public scrutiny and all this stuff.
Oh, nobody's sticking up for dude. Nobody is sticking up for dude.
And that is so ridiculous that people have to even think about that.
Rage bait.
Yeah.
They literally, the only reason they do this shit is because it does get them views, it gets them money, it gets them clout.
It should automatically be yeeted. Yeah. That type stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
And, it's just, like I said, the laws have not caught up with the technology.
It shouldn't be allowed on platforms. That sort of content should not be a thing that stands.
Right. When you've got somebody, and I mean, he was terrorizing the restaurant.
And the worker was being as kind as he could be.
He was, and God love him. And that was something that Moist Critical was talking about. He's like, do not do that. These people are just trying to do a job. They're just trying to earn a living like, a lot of people are doing. They do not deserve to be harassed. It doesn't matter whether it's fast food, whether it's a department store, any of that stuff.
But is the company actually going to take up for those employees?
No, the company won't. And that's just kind of the world that we're living in, and it's just... And that brings us to the second story. I had listened to another YouTuber, and he has been... I think is odd. He's an odd individual. And it's like some of the stuff he covers, I'm like, yeah, really? Because he has a tendency to be real clickbaity on some of the stuff and very gossip column type stuff. So that's why I'm not even going to mention him.
Yeah.
But as far as him covering what's going on in the fast food industry, and people going, what does this have to do? This shit's scary. It is scary shit. And the increase and in the, cutting down of the portions that people are paying for, and how that it's all about the profit. And the only way to stop that is don't go to these businesses.
Right.
But the one that he mentioned today was Starbucks. Now, Starbucks has been out of my price range for a very long time. I mean, that was always sort of a treat type thing. Because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
To pay $5 or $7, so
it's a status symbol.
Well, now some of their stuff was good, and I will tell you, I have not yet found a coffee that is like their Sumatra.
Right.
I don't. I've tried other ones,
But you can buy that at
yes,
Walmart.
yes, which is still giving money to, the base evil. I understand that. But if somebody could suggest to me a product that is as good as Starbucks Sumatra, then I would be willing to try it. Mm-hmm. And it's like some of these smaller companies, I mean, the Starbucks is not cheap. That is the only thing that I will splurge on as far as myself. That's it. And my one monster a day.
Yeah.
But, some of the other smaller coffee brands, I like Bones Coffee. Really, really good, which they now have at the Wildlife Mart and the,
Canned
coffee drinks. Yeah. It was really good. Because
really
it's
good.
$3 a can.
Yeah. But it's so good.
And I had ordered, what was it? God, it was the mint chocolate, and it was so good. And the marketing, the artwork, everything is amazing. But that shit is expensive. Massively expensive. Which is why that's not, these...
Yeah, it's a pretty penny.
Yeah, when you count them pennies, that is why,
as far roll as those pennies to
to go to Starbucks and get some ridiculously priced coffee at this point, no. But they were talking about how in some of I don't know if it's it must be an urban area. I mean, Starbucks from where we're located takes you, 30, 45 minutes to get to one of them?
Yeah. But
one way.
Yeah. And it takes maybe, if you're going through the drive-thru, maybe 10 minutes.
I don't even know if it takes that long.
I don't think it does.
Because we are in a poverty area.
Yeah.
People don't have the monies to shell out on frivolous shit like this.
No. But cities, these big cities where most people do go to Starbucks on a pretty frequent basis.
But they were talking about now on some of these things that it could take up to 30 minutes.
To an hour.
And it's like, that's insane.
Yeah. That's their lunch break. Who's going to be able to wait an hour?
I mean,
at a certain point, you just got to walk out and be like, fuck it, give me my money back. I'm not doing this.
And that was just like, when you were in cosmetology school, when your instructors spent how much? It was hundreds a month, wasn't it?
It was close to $1,000 every year.
And I was absolutely a year. That's not, but it was $100
or no, it was a lot of money a month.
And I'm
a lot of money a month.
Who has that amount of money to piss away on this?
It's not even that they really can afford it. They just do it because I guess to them it is like a treat. It is a luxury thing.
Yeah, for us it's like maybe every 6 months or something like that.
I'm not even that big a fan of Starbucks.
Well, I mean, the pink drink, and there are
the pink drink, yeah, but I can make that at home.
Right. And that is the smart thing to do, is to find out the recipes for this stuff. I have never gone along with the crowd or the herd or what, and it kind of appalls me that somebody would sit and be willing to wait for half hour to an hour for a coffee, an overpriced coffee.
Yeah.
Now, I love my coffee. Y'all know I do. It's part of the essence of my being. Kid had got me a little sticker that said my blood type is coffee. Mm-hmm. And that's probably true. But it just sort of floored me. And I guess it must be these urban areas. Because there are some of the locations, I know that there's another place that's probably 30 to 45 minutes from, because everything is 30 to 45 minutes from us, that it was a Starbucks inside of a grocery. And it's one of those larger groceries that they have a little bit of everything, and it's sort of like a day trip.
Yeah.
But even there, if there's more than 2 or 3 people in line, it's like, do you want it? No, I ain't gonna. But I cannot imagine people being willing to do this. And is it a matter that they really want the product that much, or have they been conditioned?
Some of them have been conditioned. Some of them really want the product that much. But personally, I would never want a product so bad that I would be willing to wait that long. That is a fast food product, basically.
It is.
It's like, nah, fuck it. I'll get me something at home. Give me my money back. I'm going to just go home, fix something.
And that was one of the
I'll
things.
run to McDonald's real quick and get something from the deli section.
Some of the people that have got some sense are telling people when these corporations are continuing to punish their customers, and that's exactly what they're doing, and the customers are complaining, but they're still buying the product, who is really at fault there? That's the customer, because they're being dumbasses.
Yeah.
Corporations and businesses do what they do, and they're there to make money, and they will make money off of you whether you got some sense or whether you're stupid. Mm-hmm. They make more money off people if they're stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bullshit.
It is.
It's brainwashing. That's all the shit is. That's all they want. They just want to brainwash people to the point that they are waiting an hour for coffee.
Basic economics. It is going to be almost always more cost effective to buy the items and fix them at home, prepare them at home if you possibly can. I mean, like I said, it depends on what you're fixing. And that was just like, as far as Kid and I, we had gone to Sam's Club the other day, and it's the equivalent of Costco, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And they have chickens, that they're rotisserie chickens, and they're like $4.98, and they're good-sized chickens.
Yeah.
As opposed to some of the local groceries that they will much smaller bird for twice as much. Which it's like, oh, hell no. I know how to roast a chicken. Mm-hmm. And I think that's part of it is the convenience. And that's what oldest kid was talking about. We have sold our souls sort of for convenience on some of the things.
Yeah.
But what do you do?
It's the price of convenience.
Yeah. But it was a matter of, eating part of the chicken there the one night, and then you use the rest of it in other recipes.
Right.
And it concerns me. Do people not know how to do that anymore?
What? Like,
as far as how to portion out things, how to use leftovers in a proper way.
Well, no, for some of them it's a big family, and so they use that whole chicken for that meal that night.
Yeah.
And some people are just flat out wasteful. Like there's this one YouTuber that only eats half a piece of bacon at a time.
Half a piece of bacon?
At a time, yeah.
And that's it? That's all this person? Is this person anorexic or what?
No, that's how wasteful they are. That's an example of how wasteful they are.
What did they do with the other half?
They
just throw it away? Oh, jeez. And then we wonder how we got to where we are in our culture and in our nation. Through stuff like that. And it's just like, there was a Mexican restaurant that we love.
We do love.
And we can't go that often because, it's just, we're not the only ones. And it's a matter of trying to be smart with your monies. And at one point when I was doing, especially when I was doing keto hardcore, no carbs, basically no carbs. Mm. And so couldn't have the tortilla and the rice and the beans that was out. And so we had sort of left that on the plate. And the gentleman who came back, he's like, are you all finished? And it's like, yes. And he's like, do you want a box? And it's like, yeah, no, that's okay. And he's like, he looked at us very puzzled. And he's like, and I'm like, oh, yes, please, let's go ahead and bring us a, box so that we could take the rest. And he was talking about the next day that you could use, the tortillas to make, as far as put the rice and the beans in the tortillas. And I told Kit, I said, I would not have offended him for the world, but how a lot of those people view Americans as being so wasteful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we do not leave items, whatever it is there at the restaurant. We are very conscious to bring those home with us.
Yeah, and we
usually do eat whatever's there anyhow.
Yeah, that's
since I'm not doing strict keto anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just destined for me to be fat. To hell with it, So
I don't think.
But it just, this is what this time that we're going through. Is this a wake up call, or is it a call to grow the fuck up for a lot of people in America?
It's a call to grow the fuck up and to actually gain your sense of individuality back, and just be like, okay, yeah, no, I don't want this that bad.
Right.
And it may feel like an awkward situation. Okay, if it's an awkward situation, you go up there real quick. You'd be like, hey, just cancel my order. Give me my money back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you leave.
Yeah.
I mean, it just that act alone, I get it. It is fucking terrifying sometimes. Because you don't want, it's like confrontation. You don't want to fucking deal with confrontation.
I don't have a problem with it. But
you have oppositional defiant disorder.
I do. But because I have dealt with confrontation in one way or another most of my life. But for those of y'all who are, especially the Gen Z folks, y'all have a hard time with confrontation.
Yeah.
And that concerns me because a lot of y'all can be bullied and are being bullied.
Yeah.
And some of y'all are bullies.
Yeah, that's some of them. Because what happens? The bullied becomes the bully.
A lot of times. That is very much true. But this is interesting times we are living through. Horrifying, but interesting. But I cannot fathom these people. Now, if somebody is dumb enough to sit there and wait for an hour for a cup of whatever that costs $15, and then they want to gripe, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No, I got me a box of coffee because where we live, because it is so rural, when we go out, and this is just how we have had to live for a considerable amount of time just because of circumstances, that you have to factor in, every time you go into the car, gas prices, wear and tear on the vehicle, all this stuff. Plus, I have to factor in my personal physical energy level. And to try to get as much done on the days that I can function, Mm-hmm. And so it is a matter of buying in bulk and going like once or twice of, not, SAMHSA in the winter, that I'm doing good if I can get the 30 minutes to wherever. But to get things like trash bags and big boxes of coffee or whatever that's going to last. Mm-hmm. I don't know how these other people live. I really, really don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know there are some people that don't even go to the grocery store for themselves. Know of.
As far as that they don't want to go out in public, or...
No, they just don't want to do it.
Well, they've got to eat at some point.
Yeah, they get like DoorDash or something like that. Or
oh
get
my
someone
God.
else.
Can you imagine how much expense that is?
Yeah. If they got the money, they're doing that.
Yes, but they could that money could be put aside for something else rather than something temporary.
Well,
And that's the thing about the
Short-
donuts, or the one donut versus the two donuts, or it may have been marshmallows or whatever the hell it was. The experiment with the kids to sit there and see which ones could wait 5 minutes and get 2 marshmallows.
it's short-sighted.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess it hits us because, our beloved friend Omega, as far as him trying to do different things like that, he has to pay 20% on his medical bills. 20% up front, regardless, or he doesn't get to see the whatever. Now, this is a man who had open heart surgery.
Yeah.
And still has some just horrific medical issues. And other than saying, yeah, well, this is going on,
Mm-hmm.
And yet you've got people pissing away whatever. And I understand that's theirs to piss away. And no, I do not believe in redistribution of wealth. I just don't understand what the hell's going on. I really don't.
Privilege. Too much privilege.
It's just odd. And that we have so many subcultures within what they call America.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
It's an odd world we're living in right now.
It is a most odd world.
Of course, then again, it's biblical times. So,
Yeah.
those were odd times too.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. But it's like, I do not want to be videotaped. I do not want to be a meme. If I want to be a meme, if I'm going to be a meme, I want it done on my terms.
Well, we're going to have to turn the cameras on at some point.
But not yet.
It's not time yet.
It's a matter of me confronting that. It's just one more dragon to slay on that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to do it today. Final thoughts, kid.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
That's it. And if you see someone like that, if you're another customer seeing someone, assaulting, like verbally assaulting the employees, putting a camera in their face, even though the employee ain't doing anything wrong, go up there and, kick him in the back of the knee.
No.
Make him fall.
No. No, videotape him acting like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe sometimes you do have to fight fire with fire. I don't know.
Sometimes it's necessary. It really is. Jesus wasn't always docile.
No.
He went in there, flipped tables, and whipped them out.
Absolutely. He certainly did, because there's such a thing as, righteous indignation.
Uh-huh.
It said, be angry and sin not.
Yeah. Don't kill him.
No, I mean, it's just, as far as that type thing, with that, it would be a matter of not, you don't want to confront, because dude was looking for confrontation.
Yeah.
He was looking for someone to say something back to. He was daring people to say something back to him.
Mm-hmm.
And so that would have been a matter of, honestly, just somebody quietly videoing him, showing his face, that he was the one who did that.
Yeah. Where is that video?
Of
them recording him, because I know it's because he's.
It was on TikTok. I think was what Charlie had said.
Okay.
So I don't know. Strange world, but I do not.
And if you're having to wait over an hour for your food, now it's one thing if you're in a sit down restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
That's to be kind of expected
Sure.
sometimes. If it's a fast food place like Starbucks, Arby's, McDonald's, hell no, you go up there and be like, "Hey, just cancel my order. Sorry.
Yeah.
May I please have my money back?"
Well, that's the thing.
Actually, you don't even have to say sorry. Just.
Well, if it's drive-through, you can just drive off. Usually, you don't have to pay. If it fits.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they'll screw them up as far as, did you order this? And it's like, no, I did not. But it's like, learn. There's all kinds of cooking videos. Amazing. Learn. If you don't have that skill, develop that skill.
It's more satisfactory cooking
It
for
is.
yourself.
Learn the art of the zen of food preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you've had experiences with paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, tinfoil hats, the weird shit that is going on in our world today, it just keeps getting longer. You can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And, yeah.
What was that? Oh, TikTok. Oh, shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Yeah. Stranger day by day.
Yeah. Is it final thoughts or my outro?
It's your outro.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Check her out on BitChute and Rumble, where Landa's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, where Landa COCWS. It's like a radio station call sign. It's easy to remember. Go check it out.
There's some cool people over there.
Yeah.
And today, whatever you got, whether it's a lot or whether it's a little, be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Be grateful.
Yep.
And if you see somebody that you can help out, try to help them out.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not bad. Food. Don't. If you see somebody bummed out on the street, don't give them money and don't ask them if they want something to eat. Don't be supporting somebody's habit. That is not what you're responsible for.
Long bang, head down, heavy powder, no spook.
Yeah. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.